Okay, okay. So, another kind of semi-impromptu stream after yesterday's um, little run took us to somewhere that was in the dark, but might have been quite worthwhile seeing. My audio is working. So, we basically are in a place called Trapezium Sector YU-X C1-2 on one of the moons, first planet's moon. And we're going to have a little look about here just to see what kind of points of interest there is, because there was some nice stuff I seen on the ground that was different from the normal Elite Dangerous stuff, if you like. Different in so much as some of the things I've been seeing before, but not altogether. That makes sense. So yeah, so we're going to do a little bit of time just round about this system. So let's get. I landed here. It was in pitch blackness, so there wasn't a great deal to see. And I'm not too sure if that sun is rising or going down. We'll find out. But basically, we are right beside something on the ground, which is some kind of Thargoidy thing. So I'm going to get out of the ship, and we'll have a little wander about in the SRV to have a look see. And because we're in the Odyssey engine, we will get out and feet and have a wander about as well. And I'm hoping to get some nice screenshots, images, or whatever here because of the angle of the sun and what's actually on this planet. I do not like the SRV driving now. Nightmare. Let's get the lights on, because no doubt there'll be parts that are dark even though we're in the light side. Such is the wonders of Elite Dangerous. So this is a large crashed Thargoid ship. Which is kind of wicked. We've seen this kind of stuff before in the game. If there's anything to pick up or look at or whatever. Wrong load. Oh dear. There we go. Job is dead. Not really too sure what kind of ship this is. Get out and about. Oh, what have I run into? Part of the ship. Yeah. Cutting out. Doesn't seem to be anything to pick up. At least not that I've seen yet. So. Oh. Quite a lot of debris, and there's definitely more than one. evidence of something crashing. I don't know if we've got more than one ship though this year. 4 bits of it, is it? Yeah, Thargoid bits. According to the lore on the game, this is the graveyard of a large battle. Guardians and the Thargoids, which hasn't really been seen in the game before, like I said. Man, the shadows are pretty annoying, but they are quite nice as well. I'm gonna fall. There's nothing at all to actually scan or pick up by the looks of things, which is kind of disappointing. Well, let's get back on board the ship and we'll go and see what other points of interest are here. But that's essentially the point I landed yesterday and left the ship, because it was pretty much in darkness. Honestly don't know if that sun's rising or not. So the first thing I'm going to have a look at is this. This is something to do with the Hesperus. And I'm not sure if it's on the ground or in orbit. Won't see. We'll be back on the planets.
Lifting gear retracted.
Graphics card I've got doesn't do this justice, I don't think. Need somebody with a decent graphics card to come here and have a look at this. This would be amazing. Okay, 50 kilometers away from this thing, whatever it is, so do a quick frame shift jump.
4, 3, 2, 1,
Hopefully get there quicker and not fly over the top of the damn thing. Now that's changed target, that's extremely irritating. That is somewhere I do want to go, but at the moment I want to go here. Let's get a bit of height so I can find it. Okay. So one of the ancient rune sites is in here. I don't know if that's the darkness. No, that didn't get us any closer. What's higher though? So AZV2H00 or H002255. Something to do with the Hesperus. That's the call sign that all of them beacons had yesterday. SC-01. That's new, don't know what that is. Coming out of glide way too early is always a pain. Get some lights in the subject. So this here's an anaconda, but it's got a whole heap of stuff round about it, and I've never seen an anaconda that's had this kind of stuff. And this is like a base. This is stuff of a base. And this is the what the whole chase was for, to find this yesterday. This is what it was leading to. Because this is a ship from the Hesperus. Now I believe I'll need to get out in the SRV to do this. We'll all take a wander around. And this little ship does raise an interesting question for the game. If it can be modified, or if a ship can be planted on a planet in this fashion, and then several other things brought and placed beside it, then is that something they could introduce for the players? Is that something the players would want? Because that is an anaconda. Proteus log 2. And there's a load of materials here as well. This is a nice little farming spot. Stuff.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Oh, ouch. Can I get in to get them? So that's log 2, so I need to see if I can find the other logs. There's maybe going to be one on this ship. There's one there. How did they make all of this stuff? Did they take it with them? Log 1, okay. I don't know how many there is. There's a doodah there. Oh, pulling data. My materials are actually pretty good in this guy. So let's see if this has updated anything in the codex. May not do that until I actually hand exploration data in. We'll have a look. I don't actually see anything in there for this at the moment. I don't think that's this one. One for earlier on. In the transactions, what have we got? Oh, we've got some data here. We've got a few million for this as well. We'll have some stuff to hand in when we go back, so that's good. And some materials to pick up. Always good as well. There is all sorts of weird noises going on in the game as well. And a load of simple, these are basics. These are basic materials. They're better than nothing. That one under the ground. Not any high grade materials here. It's a pity, but hey, it's a little base made from an anaconda, which is something new. Screenshot. Oh. It's pretty cool looking, that though. And it's quite nicely modelled, I think. Ah, I need to get the other side. A nice shine off at that anaconda. Which is really annoying to get a screenshot. Anyway, the details are fine and dandy at like this, but it's not until we actually get out on our feet that we can see a little bit closer. And there is some containers here. I think that's the one that I got earlier. Something else back there. More materials. They're all pretty low materials though. Better than mass. Those though, they're lying there doing nothing. So let's have a look at these logs and see what they say. Proteus log 1. Ah, so the probes they sent out were a lure to take them away from here. Ah, so there was method in the madness. Ancient battleground. The structures and the starfish things are nothing alike, suggesting totally different species. Ooh. Two intelligent races in the same world. Incredible. Been here 2 months now, living off recycled air, food and water. Scientists have turned the Proteus into a research facility, and all I can do is keep out of their way. Wow. But it didn't end well for them. That's hardly surprising. Things don't tend to end well in space much. Yeah, it's just a sad fact of life, I guess, that everything's about an arms race, and this is no different. They wanted to make weapons. The crystal killed him. Oh dear. Well, I can't find any other logs here. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get some codex entries when I hand this stuff in. It's fine. So let's take a wander about on feet. And we will get off to one of the other sites. But this is all about the Hesperus story. And this is kind of the point where it's at, I think. I don't think there's anything happened since. My own criticism, I think, considering that this was released in Odyssey, is that none of these boxes actually can be opened up by the looks of things. None of the containers can be broken into with the Maverick suit. Ah, there's a broken SRV. None of this stuff can be cut apart. Which if they've robbed and tried to make a base out of what they've had, that's maybe fair enough, but it would have been nice to be able to see something. What about these things? Look like a couple of fancy motors. Would be great to be able to get in and salvage some of this stuff. Be nice to get in there as well. Like a building site up here. It is well done. It is pretty well done, I think. Is this procedural? I would doubt it. I would doubt this is procedural. It's too specifically and well done, really. Woods haulage. Doesn't seem to be blocked up by any new paperwork, so been lying here for 200 years. Why can't we get into these? We should be able to get into these. That would be really cool. That would be pretty immersive.